Let's start with the conditional logic basics, the sufficient and necessary condition. This is the backbone of all LSAT reasoning. Let's first define our terms. What is a sufficient condition? It's if you know it happens, it guarantees that something else must follow. So here's a way to look at it. If you see these words, if, all, every, whenever, when, people who, each, any, the only, whatever follows that word goes on the left side of the arrow. So that would be the sufficient condition. And if you know a sufficient condition happens, it guarantees the necessary condition. The necessary condition has to follow. Let's take a look at an example. We have a sentence, every employee must complete the training. What does the word every indicate? Well, every is a sufficient condition. Now, this means that employee goes on the left side of the arrow. So now we have employee. What do we know about employee? What has to follow? That they complete training. So I'm not going to write the whole thing in. Basically, if you know somebody is an employee, it guarantees that it must be true that they have completed training. Let's go ahead and define our necessary condition. So what's a necessary condition? It's what goes on the right side of the arrow. So if you know the sufficient has happened, the necessary has to be true. So the words such as then, must, only if, only when, requires, necessary, depends on. If you see these words, you can go ahead and put what follows them on the right side of the arrow. So let's go ahead and try this in an example. We have a sentence, you can drive only if you have a license. First, let's go ahead and see if I can spot an indicator word. I see only if. Now, only if is a necessary indicator. So whatever follows only if has to go on the right side of the arrow. So license. Now, what's left? Drive is left and it goes on the left side of the arrow. So now let's translate the sentence. It means that if I know someone can drive, it has to be true that they have a license. If you feel you're ready to try some practice questions, go ahead and hop in to the next part of the lesson.